Thank you for tuning in to Black Spectrum Network. You're watching The Secret Services. I'm going to be your reader for today, Quintarius Shakir. Please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com and purchase a private psychic reading. Also, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to my video. Please comment on my video as well. So we're going to be doing a reading on Tami Roman and her, I think it's her fiance. I think they're engaged. Okay, so Tami is someone who's very headstrong. She's the person that raises her hand first to speak, first to give ideas. She's a leader. She's also somebody that you can't brainwash her. She's very rebellious, and she's already loyal to her ideologies and her mindset. And even as a young child, she questioned other people's upbringings and other people's teachings and rules. And if it didn't work or it doesn't make sense to her, she's not going to do it. And also, she thinks that she's the smartest person in the room. With that being said, she has her own mind. That's just who she is. She's not someone that's ever going to be on a bandwagon. She's not someone that's ever going to think with the group. Sometimes she might play, she might not even play devil's advocate. She will be the devil's advocate simply because she doesn't want to think like everyone else, just simply for that, just. And that can be perceived as petty. Tami is someone that's about justice, righteousness, about what's right, this is wrong. She qualifies a lot of behavior as good or bad. It's not really about nuance. She just thinks about the impact. Intentions don't matter as much for her. And she they're also saying that the card says it itself. She might resort to violence as in the name of a cause. She literally fights for what she believes in. Tami's also a mediator. She's very good with conflict resolution. Tami is the eye of the storm. At the eye of every storm is very peaceful, so she can sit in the midst of drama and maintain her composure no matter what's thrown at her. That being said, Tami's energy, it's not like there's chaos around Tami. Just Tami's, I don't know what her sign is, but just Tami's energy is one in which she tells the truth to people. She tells the truth to people to suck the fakeness out of them. That's how I hear it. And she wants to leave you exposed. She wants to show that the emperor has no clothes. She's very wise, and she knows a lot about life. She has a lot of life knowledge, a lot of worldly experience. She can go out of the country and adapts to different cultures very easily. And I wouldn't be surprised if in her past life she, was a female or male pilot, or she was someone that, has in many lifetimes she's been responsible for being an ambassador or a traveler, someone that was sent out to go and find certain spices or foods, and she learned those cultures and languages. And so they're also saying that Tami is very feminine, very queenly, attached to her femininity, her womanness. She sees herself as a woman. She's very tomboyish, and she is very ladylike at her core. At the core for who she is, she's very ladylike, very girly, and really sweet. And when I'm saying sweet, I mean it is in, I guess sweet, not sweet in the little girl sense. It's like, she's able to lure. She knows, like at her core, she knows that she can lure more flies with her honey than her vinegar. So about her, the guy that she's with, he's very creative. He's very artistic at his nature. So he either paints, he draws, he's into photography. He might dress well. They're also saying that he is pretty romantic in how he carries himself. I mean, he's just a gentleman. It's like they're showing me him. It's like they're showing me him staring at her. It's like the way that he knows how to hold his face, and it makes her go, "Oh, you know, I want to give you a hug. I want to be embraced by you." He's charming. Like her, he's rebellious, but he's not rebellious, and he's not rebellious so that he can hold up the mirror to people's faces. He's rebellious in Tami doesn't like to be told what to do. He doesn't like to be told what's good for him. So if as a child they told him he needed to work out all the time, he would never work out. If they told him he needed to work out 3 days out of the week, he would work out for 5. It's like you can't tell him what's best for him. He's not going to self-sabotage himself, but he's not going to take he's going to take your advice, but he's going to put a spin on it and then claim it as his own and say he didn't. It's he doesn't like to be told what's best for him, and it can make him appear either stubborn or he doesn't listen. He likes to eat. He really likes to eat. He's very gluttonous. He really likes to eat. If he smokes weed, he likes to smoke weed and eat. And he likes to eat. He's very he's gluttonous. And I think because of his stature, Tami sees it as, that's just, what he likes to eat. He has to keep it up. But his profession is for him. He likes the act of eating. That's what I will say. And finally, he can be pretty playful. They're saying that he's more lighthearted than Tami is. He likes to joke a lot. He's helped her to ease up a bit. So it's kind of like in the beginning of their relationship, he may have fake caught an attitude with her, and he was joking, and it was obvious that he was joking, and Tami might have found herself getting angry about it, and then she just said, she's like, "Oh, I have a temper," or "Oh, I subconsciously react this way." He's very funny. Plays a lot of jokes on her, and it keeps her it keeps her open to. I don't know. It's like having a sense of humor keeps her from fighting. That's or from running up her blood pressure. Because I'm definitely hearing it as she has blood pressure issues in her family. All right, so now we get into the questions that I have. Oops. Okay, as far as this marriage or them, the idea of them getting married, it's like, because I know, okay, that's in my head, that's the question I asked. You know, what's going on? You know, what's up with them getting married? They're definitely in love with each other. And I do see marriage on the table, the possibility of it. But it's like they're in a limbo. It's like Tammy just doesn't think that she can have it all. I see her kind of just always running away, like always in her head, like making things up. Like, he's going to leave me. He's going to leave me. He's going to do something. Like, I'm going to do something. He's going to leave me. He's not going to want me anymore. I'm going to be old. I'm going to be this. He's going to fall out of love with me. And I see her just really trying to focus on her career and her financial security, because it's almost like if she focuses on the money, that's guaranteed, but he's not guaranteed to stay around. And so it's a healthy way of operating, but it's not a healthy way of thinking. It's a healthy way of working, but not a healthy way of thinking. And so she feels locked down. She feels secure in the situation. But it's like she keeps thinking to herself, what if he wants someone younger? What if he gets tired of me? And let's see, is he getting tired of her? No. I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see issues like that with them. And I think that's just a fear that she's working through, or that's just, you know, just one of the things that just happens in a relationship. But okay, so how does she feel about Evelyn? Oh. Okay, and how does she feel about Shaunie? Tami right now is on the outs with Shaunie. For some reason, like actually on the outs with Shaunie. It's like it's like Shaunie's kind of regretting, in a way, bringing Tami back for some reason. She's like, I'm glad I brought her back for the ratings, but on a personal level, there's something going on between them where she's like, I'm not really feeling it. Like, Shaunie got played by Tami, in a way. It's kind of like Shaunie tried to stay out of some drama, and Tami ended up throwing Shaunie in some drama. Shaunie is usually supposed to come out on top, but there was no way that Shaunie could come out on top in this situation. It's like Tami, everything fell on Shaunie's lap. Everything fell on, people blamed her for some things, and then Tami got away with it. It's kind of like Tami was flipping the script. And as far as how she feels about Evelyn, for she and Evelyn, there's unfinished business between them at this point. And they are what is going on? They are like kind of sort of going at each other. They're like Evelyn and Tami, there's a beef going on with them. And it's kind of like Tami's like, Tami's gunning for Evelyn. Tami has been, why is Tami mad at Evelyn? Tami is really not over the okay, so I've watched the last season of Basketball Wives. Tami is not over Evelyn sleeping with her ex-husband. That's still burning her. It's kind of like she's not at rest with that. That is still coming up. It is a serious betrayal, and Tami is almost still gunning for Evelyn. Like she's waiting on Evelyn to slip. Like it's like, let me catch you slipping. Let me catch you slipping. And it's not like, I'm not really even hearing that they've really been friends. I'm hearing it kind of as they've more have had like a very cool alliance with each other. And they've tried to, it's like there are some things, it's like Tammy's like, don't think I forgot about this. And it's other stuff. It's like, there's other things that have transpired around that particular instance of betrayal where Evelyn slept with Tammy's ex-husband. There's other things going on that Tami wants revenge for, and Tami is using this show as an opportunity to get back. She's gonna do something to Evelyn, and is gonna put her on the outs with Shaunie, and it falls all the way back on Shaunie. It falls all the way back on Shaunie. It has Shaunie looking silly. Alright, so what's up with Shaunie? She and Shaunie have not been cool for a minute. I think Shaunie has kind of picked up on, like, Tami doesn't really, like, I don't think Shaunie really likes Tami as a person. I think that she likes Tami as a coworker, if that makes any sense. I don't know if they actually are friends outside of all this. And it's definitely like Tami and Shaunie. There's been like a tit for tat between Tami and Shaunie over like power on this show. Kind of like there would be, you needed me to come back. You need me to do these things. You need me to be in the drama, and I'm going to say whatever. And it's like Tammy's at a place where she's like, anybody can get it, even you, Shaunie. And Shaunie's not feeling invincible anymore. And I think that Shaunie has kind of been like, I don't know how to deal with Tami, but I'm gonna be on her safe side. I'm gonna be cool. Anytime they see me saying anything, it's gonna be cool with her. I don't see it as they were actually, that good of friends with each other. Alright, so will Tami make it to a marriage? Will Tami and her fiance make it to marriage? Spirit is saying it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's because Tami feels like there's something about her that doesn't make them all the way compatible, and she needs constant reassurance of that. And she doesn't see it as this guy has been brought to her to kind of help her to think differently about men and to introduce her to actual love and true love. And he is evolving under her. He's learned a lot under her. And he looks at her like he looks at her like a very smart teacher. Someone who's very funny, kind of like his, like you remind me of like my aunt or my grandma, sort of thing. Not his mom, but an aunt or a grandmother. And the roads to marriage, I don't know, because there's a lot of internal strife where I think that Tami has to say yes. Like Tami, like not just say yes to the engagement, but yes to the marriage. She said yes to being engaged. She didn't say yes to getting married. That's what I'm hearing in my ears. And that's what it's going to look like. Will they get married? Spirit says it's difficult. Spirit says there's still an internal struggle. She still feels very trapped and tied up to these old thoughts and beliefs. They have come together. Spirit would like to see them together, but that's all up to her, because it's like there's no friends can't convince her. He can't convince her. She can't even convince herself. So, yeah. Alright, so what's coming for her on Basketball Wives, and what does Spirit want her to do to get closer to her destiny? I think that this might be Tami's last season on Basketball Wives. Alright, so this is how I see it playing out. I see it as Tami walking on hot coals around everybody in this first season, kind of, saying, first part of the season, saying whatever. Her coming together, bringing the group together, being a leader in it, and then things changing. There being a sudden shift. There will be a sudden shift, and then she will start to become hated. She will no longer be the leader of the pack. And I'm also seeing her losing her influence and power within the group. But then I'm seeing something happening or transpiring where she starts to form allegiances with other people, and those people start standing behind her and helping her. But I'm also seeing that something comes to a head, and she ends up leaving the show to work on other things. But I see that as the overall storyline. It's like, in the end, this is what it leads to. It leads to her not wanting to make money in this way anymore, kind of saying, this is it, I'm done. And then she starts pursuing other things, arts and crafts. So it might be things that she starts making and producing. So it could be, oh yeah, I remember she produces like a web series, Bonnet Chronicles. So she might start taking that more seriously. Anyway, but as far as the drama that plays out on the show, I see her tiptoeing around in this first part of the season. It's kind of like she's going to be putting different bugs in people's ears, or putting bugs in people's ears, saying things, and it's not like it's gonna all like get back on her, but it's like once everybody starts coming together, something's going to change where they start realizing that Tami's been orchestrating a lot. And they're going to want to take her power and influence away in the group. And they're going to make it about like her legacy of sowing seeds of discord. But I also see Tami not going down without a fight. She's going to have a team behind her that's going to, kind of sort of support her. And but I do see her losing. And I see her being on the outs with Shaunie, but something also falling back on Shaunie. Anyway, so what Spirit wants her to do to increase, not increase, but what Spirit wants her to do to get closer to her destiny They want her to start. They want her to really leave Basketball Wives, because they're saying like basketball. Like, it's like she can't rise higher than that show. It's kind of like this should. They want this to be her last season of doing it. They're like, they really want her to try to parlay herself into some more stable acting opportunities, and they're saying that she could definitely. She definitely needs something that's serial. Something that comes out on a weekly basis. And I see her acting. I see her acting and writing. So perhaps she should pilot or produce her own comedy series for a network and on a weekly basis, or maybe she's already doing it and I see her taking it to the next level. Alright, so that's the end of this reading for Tami Roman. Please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com and purchase a private psychic reading. Please leave me a comment in the video. Leave me a comment on this video to let me know how you liked it. Please like, share, and subscribe to my video. And please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com and purchase a private psychic reading. Also, tune in on this channel every Tuesday and Friday at 12 p.m. There will be a new psychic reading. All right, bye. I just want to fly away. First class out of space.